Well, my name's Tyler Bragnello, 46. I live out in Cam. I make my living as an engineer, designer, a maker of things. But my passion is in the bush, obviously. I live out in the middle of nowhere. Wow, when did I build the house? Well, it's been a project, I'll tell you that. We came out here, bought 160 acres, 23 years ago. It was just forest at that time. So we knew we wanted to be as self-reliant as we can be. You know, the tools we had available were chainsaws, chisels, and other hand tools. So we got a hold of this property, we set up a prospector tent, and we started building. So it took a couple of years, and you know, we started cutting trees down and hauling them and peeling them and putting them together, and it just became a sort of labor of love for a few years, and we got this place put together. So you know, we built this place the way we built it because it was something we could build with the tools we had. You know, we dug up clay and mixed it with sand to coat the walls. You know, we just tried to build with what we had available. Yeah, so the water system. I mean, the water system is a relatively new addition to this little project. So, you know, I've been out here 20 years or so, and I've sort of started working on this water system maybe 5 years ago. But in essence, what I do is I collect 100% of the water that falls on the roof of the house. So there's a fixed surface area that I have as a collection basin, and it all gets piped through the eaves troughs, and on both sides of the house comes down, gets collected, and comes into the basement. On the way in, it goes through like a coarse filtration system to filter out things like pine needles and leaves and whatnot. And once it gets into the basement, there's a 3-stage filter that gets rid of all the particulate, basically. I have 12,000 liter water cubes that have like the cages around them. So there's 12 of those in my basement. That's 12,000 liters of storage capacity. So in essence, what I do is, you know, in late summer and fall, I collect 12,000 liters worth of water, and I store it in those tanks, and then they're all plumbed together with sort of automatic overflow protection that goes into a drainage system. And then when I want to use the water, there's a pump that's connected to those tanks that pumps the water through a 4-stage filtration system that gets progressively finer until kind of a carbon filter stage at the end. And then it goes into a pressure tank, and you know, there's a hot water tank, and it goes through regular sort of household plumbing that goes to the sink and goes to the shower. I mean, I'll always have you know, 6 or 7 months worth of water stored in my basement. So I know I like that. I like that it's there, and even if my pumps stop working, I can always go down there with a bucket and fill water up. So it's a pretty sort of fail-safe type water system. I mean, you know, a well would be nice, but you know, if your electricity stops or your pump stops, well, your water's stuck in the well. There's really no way of getting it out. Do I enjoy living the way I live? Well, yeah, I love it. I love being out here. You know, the stars are just incredible, or the sun shining through the trees. I mean, I love it. I love calling my dog. I love that he's just free to roam and do what he wants and never gets tied up. Yeah, there's things about it that are a struggle for sure, but again, I think it all comes back to that struggle is part of what makes life rich. 90% of it's awesome, and you know, that other 10% is what sort of keeps you sane, I guess.